So for thermodynamics 3, we are going to discuss three processes of vapors, which is the isobaric process, the isochoric process, and the polytropic process.
Good day everyone, and today discuss natin yung isobaric process. When we say isobaric process daw, it is a thermodynamic process in which the pressure remains constant while other state variables such as volume and temperature may change. Kapag sinabi nating isobaric, ang constant dito is yung pressure. So, let's begin with the PV diagram ng isobaric process. Sabi nga natin, constant yung pressure. So, for example, we have here the point 1. Then, nag-undergo siya ng isobaric process, constant pressure process. So, ang graph niya ay straight to horizontal line. Kapag pinroject natin siya sa y-axis, makikita natin na P1 is equal to P2. And sa x-axis naman, kapag pinroject natin siya is makikita natin yung P1 and B2. And yung area under the PV diagram, yun yung work or non-flow work. For example, meron tayong cylinder and we have a piston that goes up and down. Tulad sa mga cylinder na sasakyan, we have a piston which transmit the work. So we have our working substance. At pag nag-add tayo ng heat which is Q sa working substance natin, is magpuproduce siya ng work. Pushing the piston up. That would cause change in internal energy, and it also cause non-flow work. Formulas for isobaric process. The first one is the work done by the gas as it expands or contracts at constant pressure. Next one is heat transfer. So the heat energy added or removed affecting temperature and enthalpy. Next one is change in internal energy. The energy change within the gas, dependent on temperature but not volume. Next one is change in entropy. The measure of disorder change due to heat transfer at constant pressure. And the last one is change in enthalpy. The total heat content change equivalent heat transfer in an isobaric process. For the problem number 1, 3 pounds of a perfect gas with R is equal to 38 foot-pound force per pound mass Rankine and K is equal to 1.667, have 300 BTU of heat added during the reversible non-flow constant pressure change of state. The initial temperature is 100 degree Fahrenheit. Determine the final temperature, change in enthalpy, work, and change in entropy. So, list down muna natin yung mga given values natin. Mass is equals to 3 pounds. R is equal to 38 foot-pound force per pound mass Rankine. K is equals to 1.667. Yung heat is equals to 300 BTU. And ang initial temperature natin is 100 degree Fahrenheit. And gawin natin absolute. Add tayo ng 460. So, magiging 560 degree Rankine. Hanapin muna natin yung final temperature or yung T2. Since isobaric, Q is equals to MCP quantity T2 minus T1. So, kung i-check natin, meron tayong given na heat. Meron din tayong given na mass. Meron din tayong initial temperature. Wala tayong CP. Since may given na K and gas constant, pwede natin gamitin yung formula ng CP, which is KR all over K minus 1. So, 1.667 multiplied by 38 foot-pound force per pound mass Rankine all over 1.667 minus 1. Kalkulate natin. So, nakuha nating sagot for CP is 94.97 pound-foot per pound mass Rankine. So, since yung heat natin is naka-BTU, convert natin siya sa BTU. Divide lang natin siya sa 778. So, ang CP natin is 0.122 BTU per pound mass Rankine. Pwede natin makuha yung T2. So, ang working formula natin for T2 is Q plus MCP T1 all over MCP. Substitute lang natin yung mga given. 300 BTU plus 3 pound mass times 0.122 BTU per pound mass Rankine times 560 Rankine all over 3 pound mass times 0.122 BTU per pound mass Rankine. I-calculate natin. Plus so, sa final temperature natin is 1379.67 Rankine. Kung magawin natin siyang Fahrenheit, minus lang natin sa 460. Equal siya sa 919.67. So, for letter B, hanapin naman natin yung change in enthalpy. So, delta H is equal to MCP quantity T2 minus T1. So, kung mapapansin natin from the first discussion, we also have Q is equals to MCP quantity T2 minus T1. So, meaning lang nito na yung heat natin at enthalpy is equal lang. So, ang enthalpy natin is also 300 BTU. Solve naman natin yung work. So, ang formula ng work is P quantity V2 minus V1. So, since wala tayong given na values for volume, pero meron tayong temperature. So, magde-derive tayo from perfect gas law, PBMRT. So, P2V2 natin would be equal to MRT2 and yung V1 is equal to MRT1. So, magiging working formula natin for work is equal to mass times R quantity T2 minus T1. So, substitute lang natin yung mga given values. 3 pound mass times 38 pound-foot per pound mass Rankine times 1379.67 minus 560. So, convert na natin siya sa BTU. So, divide natin siya sa 778 pound-foot per BTU. So, calculate natin. 3 38 1379.67 minus 560 per 778. So, ang nakuha nating work is 120.11 BTU. Solve naman natin yung change in entropy. So, formula natin dito is delta S is equal to MCP natural logarithm T2 all over T1. So, since kompleto naman tayo ng values, substitute na lang natin sila. 3 pound mass times 0.122 BTU per pound mass Rankine times ln 1379.67 over 560. Calculate lang natin. .122 1379 67 60. So, ang change in entropy natin is 0.330 BTU per Rankine. For problem number 2, while the pressure remains constant at 689.5 kilopascals, the volume of a system of air changes from 0.567 cubic meter to 0.283 cubic meter. What are the change in internal energy, change in enthalpy, heat, change in entropy, and if the process is non-flow and internally reversible, what is the work? So, list down muna natin ulit yung mga given values. So, meron tayong pressure is equals to 689.5 kilopascals. Meron tayong V1 na 0.567 cubic meter. Sa B2 naman natin is equal to 0.283 cubic meter. Since we are dealing with air, ang CV natin is equal to 0.718 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Ang CP natin is 1.005 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. And ang K natin is 1.4. And ang gas constant natin is 0.287 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. So, solve natin yung unang pinapahanap, change in internal energy. So, delta U is equals to mCV T2 minus T1. So, since wala uling given na temperature, kunin natin siya sa PBMRT. So, T is equals to PV all over MR. Substitute lang natin. mCV times PV2. Since constant yung pressure, hindi na natin kailangan ilagay kung P2 or P1 all over MR minus PB1 all over MR. So, delta U equals P. Labas natin yung P. mCV all over MR. Labas din natin yung MR. So, matitira na lang is V2 minus V1. So, cancel na rin natin yung M. So, magiging working formula natin is delta U is equals to P times CV all over R times V2 minus V1. So, substitute na natin. 689.5 kilonewton square meter times 0.718 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin times 0.283 minus 0.567 cubic meter all over yung R na 0.287 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Calculate natin. 689.5 0.718 0.283 So, ang nakuha nating sagot is negative 489.89 kilojoules. Sagutan naman natin yung change in enthalpy. So, ang formula dito is delta H is equal to mCp quantity T2 minus T1. Since wala uling given na temperature, gamitin lang natin yung PBMRT. So, magiging working equation natin dito is P times Cp all over R times B2 minus B1. Halos same lang nung kanina. Substitute natin. 689.5 kilonewton square meter times 1.005 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin times 0.283 minus 0.567 all over 0.287 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. So, calculate natin. 9.5 0.567. So, ang delta H natin is negative 685.70 kilojoules. Hanapin naman natin yung heat. Same lang sa problem 1 kanina. Q is equals to mCp delta T. and equal din siya sa delta H. So, ang Q natin is also equal sa negative 685.70 kilojoules. Solve naman natin yung change in entropy. So, delta S is equal to MCP ln T2 all over T1. So, since walang given na temperature, gamitin natin yung T is equals to PV all over MR. So, substitute lang natin. Magiging MCP ln PV2 all over MR over PV1 all over MR. So, cancel yung P, M, plus yung R. So, ang magiging working equation natin, working formula, is delta S is equals to MCP ln V2 all over V1. So, since wala tayong mass, solve natin yung specific change in entropy, which is yung delta S all over M. 1.005 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin times ln 0.283 all over 0.567. Kaliyan natin. Times 567. So, ang delta S over M natin is negative 0.6984 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Hanapin naman natin yung work. So, Wn is equals to P times V2 minus V1. Substitute lang natin. 689.5 kilonewton per meter times 0.283 minus 0.567. So, kalkin natin. 9.5 times 0.283 minus 0.567. Ang work natin is equal sa negative 195.82 kilojoules.
Now we are gonna tackle isochoric process. Isochoric comes from the Greek words iso, which means equal, and choric, which means volume. Therefore, it is a thermodynamic process that occurs at a constant volume, meaning the volume of the gas or system does not change. However, pressure and temperature may vary. That's why work done by or on the system is zero. Now, if we are gonna graph this in a PV and TS diagram, let's look at the PV diagram first. Magkakaroon tayo ng vertical line. Bakit? Kasi let's say ang problem natin, dito sa graph natin na to, arrow siya sa pababa. So, ang sabi natin kanina, pressure may vary. Pressure and temperature, di ba? So, nagkakaroon ng pagkakaiba pero the volume remains constant. So, let's say yung pressure 1 natin is higher than the pressure 2. So, ganito ang magiging graph niya. Since nag-change from pressure 1 to pressure 2 bumaba, pababa yung arrow natin. Pero, yung volume natin remains constant. So, V1 is equal to V2. Now, let's move on to the TS diagram. Sa TS diagram naman, ang graph natin ay curve pataas. So dahil wala tayo ditong volume, palagi rin naman siyang katulad ng PV diagram na kung pababa din yung arrow dito sa TS diagram. So, ganun din. Kung T1 ay mas mataas, then pababa siya. Since sa Gay-Lussac naman natin, directly proportional ang pressure and temperature. Ganun natin i-plot sa TS diagram. Pa-curve and then arrow pababa. Now, let's move on to the formulas that we're gonna use. Nabanggit natin kanina, Gay-Lussac's law. Kung maalala nyo sa ideal gas law, ang constant volume ay sa Gay-Lussac's law. So, sabi dyan, P1 over T1 is equal to P2 over T2. So, cross-multiply natin, makukuha natin yung PVT relationship natin na T2 over T1 is equal to P2 over P1. So, pwede natin gamitin yan parehas. Next, change in internal energy pa natin makuha. Change in internal energy is equal to M, specific heat at constant volume, or yung CV, multiply sa delta T. Next, change in enthalpy naman, or yung delta H, makuha natin sa pag-multiply ng M, specific heat at constant pressure, or yung CP, multiply sa delta T. Then heat naman, Q is equal to mCV delta T. So kung mapapansin natin, equal lang sila or pares lang sila ng pagkuha ng change in internal energy. So masasabi natin na change in internal energy is equal to heat. Next naman is change in entropy. So dalawa yung pwede natin magamit based sa PVT relationship natin. So yung isa is delta S is equal to mCV, natural logarithm, T2 over T1, or kung pressure naman ang given sa atin, delta S is equal to mCV, natural logarithm, P2 over P1. Then, the last formula is for work. Dalawa rin to. So, steady flow work is equal to V multiplies P2 minus P1, and yung non-flow work natin is equal to 0. Now, let's move on to the problem solving for isochoric process. But before that, let's recall some of the constants for air that we may use. So, our air, SI unit 0.287, English 53.342 foot per pound mass Rankine, CV ng air 0.7186 kilojoules per kilogram K, in English unit 0.1716 BTU per pound mass Rankine, CP ng air 1.0062 kilojoules per kilogram K, and in English unit 0.24 BTU per pound mass Rankine. So, for problem number 1 tayo. Let's read the problem first. 2 pounds of air at 50 psia and occupying 10 cubic feet undergo a process at constant volume until the temperature has risen 500 degree Rankine. Calculate P2, T1 and T2 for B, C, Q in BTU, D, change in internal energy, and then E, change in enthalpy. So first, let's write all the given values. So meron binigay sa atin na mass ng air na 2 pounds, P1 na 50 psia, and V na 10 cubic feet. So isochoric tayo. Yung V natin, V1 is equal to V2 na din yan. Sabi kasi process at constant volume. Then, temperature has risen 500 degrees Celsius. So, change in temperature to. Itong 500 degree Rankine na to. Kasi hindi naman sabing has risen to. Ang sabi lang has risen 500 degree Rankine. So, siya ay change in temperature. So, okay, let's solve na. Possible ba na makuha natin agad yung P2? Hindi, kasi wala tayong T1 and T2. So, kuhanin muna natin din yung B siguro. So, B muna tayo. T1 and T2. So, gamitin muna natin yung ideal gas law na PV MRT. So, meron naman tayong P1, meron tayong V1, nanapin natin yung T1. Equation natin dyan ay T1 is equal to PV over MR. P1, V1 yan. Substitute muna natin. 50 pounds per square inch. Cubic feet, 12 inch squared. Ito, ano lang natin, pang co-convert. 1, and then 2 pounds and 53.342 foot per pound mass Rankine. So, unit analysis muna natin. So, ito cancel. Ayan. Itong fit. Matitira isang fit. Then, calculate natin muna. So, makuha natin na T1 ay 674.8903. Yan, ganyan. Next naman natin, T2. So, meron tayong change in temperature. Tapos, meron din tayong T1. Sabi kanina, temperature has risen. So, ang T2 natin ay yung T1 natin na nakuha. And, sabi has risen, 500 degree Rankine. So, i-plus natin siya sa delta T, sa change in temperature. So, 500 degree Rankine plus nauna ko pala yung change in temperature. Plus itong T1 natin, 674.8903 Rankine. So, plus lang natin 1,174.8903 Rankine. So, nakuha natin T2. Ngayon, pwede natin makuha yung P2. Yan yung A natin. So, gamitin natin yung formula natin na yung sa Gay-Lussac. P1 over T1 P2 over T2. Ang magiging formula natin is P2 is equal to P1 multiply sa T2 over T1. Then, substitute natin lahat ng values. P1 natin, 50 pounds per square inch, 1,174.8903 Rankine, and then 674.8903 Rankine. Calculate lang natin. Ang makuha natin na P2 ay 87.0431 PSIA. Kasi pounds per square inch kasi na-cancel na to. Next na kukuhanin natin is yung heat in BTU. Q in BTU. Yan. So, kung babalikan yung formula natin, ang Q natin is equal to mCV delta T. So, meron naman tayong mass. Meron din tayong delta T. Meron din tayong CV. So, substitute all the values na lang. 2 pounds times 0.171. CV kasi natin ng area. 171. 716 BTU per pound mass unkind times 500. May delta T tayo. So, ang Q natin is 171.6. Ang unit ay BTU. Next, D. Kuhanin naman natin yung change in internal energy. So, ang change in internal energy natin is equal din sa mCV delta T. Same siya sa heat natin. So, masabi natin na ang change in internal energy natin is equal to 171.6 BTU also. So, yun. Next natin hanapin is yung change in enthalpy naman. E. So, last na to pala. Change in enthalpy. Palitan natin ang kulay. So, ang change in enthalpy natin is mCp delta T. Pwede rin tayong gumamit pala dito ng ibang formula. Pwede natin gamitin tong K multiply sa delta U. Bakit ko nasabi yun? Kasi, kung maalala nyo, K is equal to CP over CV. Tapos, ang delta U natin is mCV delta T. So, cancel. Pares lang din. mCp delta T. Pwede natin yan gamitin. So, delta H is equal to, ano yung K natin? Ito yung gagamitin natin na. K natin is 1.4. Diba? Hindi ko pala nalagay dito. So, basta 1.4 yun. Add na natin sa constants. K is equal to 1.4. Then, yung ating change in internal energy na 171.6 BTU. Mas madali nga naman. Mas unti yung anin natin. So, calculate lang natin. 171.6 times 1.4. Magiging answer natin is 240.24 BTU. So yun, nakuha na natin lahat ng required. Okay, let's answer problem number 2 naman. Let's read the problem first. 30 kilograms of air, initially at 380 kilopascal and 27 degrees Celsius, is contained in a rigid container. Heat is then added until the temperature reaches 33 degrees Celsius. Determine A, P2, B, work non-flow, C, heat, D, change in internal energy, E, change in enthalpy, F, volume of air, and G, change in entropy. So, nabanggit sa problem natin, rigid container. So, kapag rigid container, tandaan natin, constant yung volume. Okay, so let's start na. Pero first, sulat mo natin yung mga given. So, meron tayong mass ng air, 30 kilogram. Meron tayong P1, 380 kilopascal. Meron tayong T1 na 27 degrees Celsius. I-convert na agad natin sa Kelvin. Plus natin 273, 300 Kelvin siya. Then next, it is na natin. So, meron din tayong T2, 33 degrees Celsius. Convert na din natin agad. 306 Kelvin. So, una, kuha natin yung pinapahanap, P2. P2. Makuha ba natin yung P2 gamit yung Gay-Lussac? Pwede. So, gamitin natin yung Gay-Lussac na ginamit natin kanina. P1 over T1 is equal to P2 over T2. So, pag ginanap yung P2, magiging formula natin is P2 is equal to P1 times T2 over T1. So, substitute lang natin yung values. 380 kilopascal multiply sa 306 okay, and over 300 okay. So, calculate lang natin. Ang makuha natin is 387.6 kPa. Kuha natin P2. Next, B. Hanapin daw natin yung work non-flow. Ito naalala nyo kanina sa formulas natin. Ang work non-flow natin kapag constant volume is equal to 0 lang din. So, yun agad yun. Kuha natin yung B. Next, C. Kuha natin yung heat daw. Heat. Heat natin is equal to mCV delta T. May delta T, may M. Kompleto pala tayo. So, substitute lang natin yung values. 30 kilogram multiply to CV natin na 0.7186 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay. Then, delta T na etong sa delta T natin, since change siya, kahit degree Celsius or degree Kelvin yung gamitin natin. So, ngayon, sige. Kasi, sige, try natin i-multiply, no? Pagka minultiply naman natin ang 33 sa 27, ano magiging sagot? 6 lang din. Pag minultiply natin sa yung 306 sa 300. So, gamitin lang din natin 33 minus 27. Same lang din naman sila. Cancel mo natin. Ito, mga cancel naman yan. Kilogram. Makuha nating answer is 129.348 kilojoules. Okay, nakuha na natin yung Q. Next na pinapahanap sa atin is delta U, or yung change in internal energy. Again, change in internal energy natin is also mCV delta T. Same lang ng Q. Diba? So, ang delta U natin is equal to 129.348 kilojoules lang din. Next na kukuha natin, letter E, delta H, or change in enthalpy. Change in enthalpy natin, ang formula natin is mCp delta T. Tulad lang kanina, degrees Celsius or Kelvin, pares lang siya. Is equal to So, substitute natin yung values. 30 kilogram multiply sa CP na 1.0062 kilojoules per kilogram K multiply sa 33 minus 27. So, magiging answer natin or change in enthalpy natin is 181.116 kilojoules. So, nakuha natin. Next, ABCD, E, F. Dito na tayo. F. Ang kuha natin sa FI, volume of air. Volume of air, paano natin makuha? So, meron naman tayong P1, T1. Pwede natin siya makuha sa ideal gas law na PV is equal to MRT. So, hanapin yung V. Magiging formula natin is MRT over P. Substitute lang natin yung values, 30 kilogram. Multiply sa R natin na 0.287 kilojoules per kilogram K. T1 ang ginamit natin, so 300 K. Ito yung talaga yung gagamitin. Kelvin. Yung change in enthalpy, change in temperature lang ang pwedeng Kelvin or degrees Celsius. Mag-unit cancellation muna tayo. Meron tayo dito. Ang KPA natin is Kn M squared. Kilojoules naman is Kn M. So, makacancel yung kilonewton. Matitira yung cubic meter. So, V, ang makuha nating volume of air is equal to 6.7974 cubic meter. So, nakuha natin yung volume of air. Next, last natin kukuhanin is change in entropy or delta S. Ang delta S natin, dalawang kanina yung sinabi natin pwede, di ba? Wait. Pero dahil ang given sa atin ay na kumpleto ay T2 tsaka T1, ang gamitin nating formula is mCV natural logarithm of T2 over T1. T1. So, substitute lang natin yung values. 30 kilogram multiply sa CV of air na 0.7186 kilojoules per kilogram K. Then natural logarithm 306 K over 300 K Kelvin. Pag minultiply natin, ang makuha natin change in entropy is 0.4269 kilojoules per Kelvin. So, yun na. Kapag-solve na tayo ng dalawang problem.
So up to this point, we only know how to calculate work of a thermodynamic process for two scenarios. The first one is through internal energy, and second is W is equals to P delta V for isobaric process. Now we will learn how to calculate work in a variable pressure systems. We learned from previous topics that through constant pressure process, internal energy is equals to heat transfer minus work done, while the work is equals to the integral between states of PdV, and that integral results in V multiplied by V2 minus V1. And how we can even skip this if we're calculating the heat transfer and find the total heat transfer with the enthalpy values of H2 minus H1 or M multiplied by H2 minus H1. But this expression is for isobaric or not isobaric process. When pressure varies during a process, we call it a polytropic process. To solve for unknown properties of an ideal gas that undergoes a polytropic process, is PV to the n equals to constant. The n variable is known as the polytropic index. This also means that P1V1 to the n is equals to P2V2 to the n, and so on. But what happens if we apply this equation to an isobaric process? This means that our general specific heat, C, is now Cp. This would mean that n is equals to 0. What about an adiabatic process? Meaning that no heat comes in or out. Since Q is equals to 0, you would say that C is equals to 0. Substituting this 0 and n becomes Cp all over Cv, or K, the specific heat ratio. For isochoric process, we'll have general C to be Cv. The denominator will be 0, therefore n will approach infinity. This allows us to plot this process in a PV diagram. For n equals to 0, or isobaric process, the slope is 0. N equals to infinity is an infinite slope, or a vertical line, and an adiabatic process is a logarithmic slope equal to k. The reason we use this relationship is because we need to know P in terms of V, so that we can integrate PdV and calculate work. To find the expression for work of a polytropic process in terms of P and V only, this would be the solution. This will only work if n is different from 1. When n is equals to 1, then the expression for work of a polytropic process would be this. Again, P1V1 is equals to P2V2. So for our first example, 2 kilograms of air, 130 kilopascals, and 22 degrees Celsius is contained in a piston cylinder. It is compressed to a final pressure of 550 kilopascals. During compression, heat is transferred to the air and the temperature remains constant. Determine the work input required using a molecular mass for air of 28.97 kilograms per mole. To solve for the work, we know we have two options. One if the polytropic index is not 1, and one for when the index is in fact 1. Since we are being told that the temperature remains constant, or as a thermal process, we know n is equals to 1. We have P1, P2, and P1, but we don't have V1 and V2. To find V1 first, we can multiply the specific volume to 1 to the given mass. And to find V1, we use the ideal gas equation. Remembering that R is R bar over M, For air, we substitute the values to find the V1, which is 0.6516 cubic meters per kilogram. Multiply that as the given mass, we would have 1.3031 cubic meters for V1. Now, since we do know that N is equals to 1, then P1 V1 is equals P2 V2. Therefore, V2 is equals P1 V1 all over P2. With this, we can find the volume at state 2, which is 0.3080 cubic meters. Finally, we can substitute the values of V1 and V2 to the equation for work. And it doesn't matter if we use either P1 V1 or P2 V2, since N is equals to 1. They are both the same. This negative value of 244.3515 kilojoules is consistent with what we know about heat and work. Since this is a compression process, we need to put work into the system and compress it, and that work in must be negative. A piston cylinder device contains 1.8 kilograms of nitrogen, initially at 90 kilopascals and 20 degrees Celsius. The nitrogen is now compressed slowly in a polytropic process with a polytropic index of 1.3 until the volume is reduced to 1.3. Determine the work done and heat transfer for this process. Note, gas constant of nitrogen is 0.2968 kilojoules over kilogram times K. CV of nitrogen is equal to 0.744 kilojoules over kilogram times K. Using the expression we derived, we see that we need the volumes and P2 because we know that PV raised to 1.3 is constant. We can solve for P2 and use the ratio between V1 and V2. Knowing that the volume was reduced to 1/3, substitute all the values to find the P2 is 375.4051 kilopascal. V1 can be found using the ideal gas equation, substituting all values to find that V1 is 1.7392 cubic meters. Since the volume was reduced to 1/3, V2 will be 0.5797 cubic meters. Now, substitute all the given values to the work expression. The work would be negative 203.6951 kilojoules. As for the heat, since Q minus W is equals to delta U, Q is equals to delta U plus W. The change in internal energy is mCV delta T. We can find temperature too with the ideal gas equation to find that T2 is 407.38 Kelvin. Now substitute all the values that we had already found to find the total heat transfer is negative 15.512 kilojoules. This is also consistent because the negative heat means that heat is coming out of the system.
And that's all for Thermodynamics 3. Thank you for watching.